Have you ever felt like your body started responding differently after 50? Maybe foods that never seemed to affect you before suddenly leave you feeling tired? Maybe your energy isn't as steady as it used to be? Or maybe you're doing many of the same things you've always done, but you're not getting the same results. I know I have. Hi, I am Lana with Living Radiant. Here on Living Radiant, I share what I've learned about health, healthy aging, and practical ways to better understand the body's signals. So, for a long time, I thought this was just simply part of getting older. But over the past few years, I learned something important. Many of these changes are not just about age. They're often connected to something called metabolic health. And the encouraging news is that there are things that we can do to support our bodies and potentially improve how we feel. So today, I would like to share some of what I've learned on my own journey. When people hear the term metabolic health, they often think about weight. But metabolic health is about much more than the number on the scale. It's about how efficiently your body creates and uses energy. It's about how your body handles blood sugar. It's about how your cells respond to insulin. And it's reflected in how you feel every day. Your energy, your focus, your sleep, your hunger, and even your long-term health. The healthier our metabolism is, the better our body can adapt and function. One reason many women notice changes after menopause is that estrogen does more than support reproductive health. So, it also plays a role in insulin sensitivity. As estrogen levels decline, our cells may become less responsive to insulin. When that happens, the body often needs to produce more insulin to do the same job. And over time, this can contribute to blood sugar fluctuations, changes in energy, increased hunger, and weight gain around the midsection. Understanding this was a major turning point for me because instead of feeling frustrated, I began to see that my body wasn't working against me. It was communicating with me. And the more I learned to recognize those signals, the more I realized that many of them could be influenced through simple lifestyle choices. That gave me hope. Not because I could stop the aging, but because I could support my body differently than I had before. My curiosity led me to start paying closer attention to my own patterns. I began tracking things like sleep, activities, body composition, and eventually blood sugar. I wasn't trying to become a scientist. I was simply trying to do a better job understanding my own body. What surprised me the most was how differently certain foods affected me, completely different from what I expected. Some meals left me feeling energized and satisfied. Others led to energy crashes and hunger much sooner than anticipated. The numbers themselves weren't the most important part. What mattered was learning how my body responded. And over time, I started recognizing patterns that I've never noticed before. And what I discovered was encouraging. Small changes often created meaningful results. Better energy, more stable blood sugars, and a greater understanding of what worked well for my body or what didn't. I learned that our future health is not determined by one lab result, one meal, or even one birthday. It's influenced by the choices we make consistently over time. I'd like to share 3 simple things that helped me. The first was paying attention to meal timing. Giving my body longer breaks between meals seemed to support more stable energy. The second was prioritizing protein and fiber. Protein helps support muscles. Muscles play an important role in metabolic health. Fiber can help slow the absorption of sugars into the bloodstreams and may support more stable blood sugars. And the third was movement. Movement after meals specifically. Even a short walk after eating can help your muscles use glucose more efficiently. These aren't extreme strategies. They're just simple habits that can be adjusted to fit your lifestyle. One of the biggest lessons I've learned is that our bodies are constantly giving us information. The challenge isn't that the signals aren't there. The challenge is learning how to recognize them. And the exciting part was that awareness gives us choices. When we understand how our body responds to food, or to movements, or to sleep, or to stress, daily habits, we can make small adjustments that may lead to meaningful improvements over time. That's one of the reasons I'm so passionate about metabolic health, because it isn't a story about decline. It's a story about understanding our bodies better and discovering what we often have more influence than we realize. It's never about perfection. It's about becoming more aware, more intentional, and more connected to the signals our bodies already given us. I would love to hear from you. Have you noticed any changes in your energy, blood sugar, or the way your body responds to food after 50? Let me know in the comments below. And if you'd like to learn more about metabolic health, healthy aging, and understanding your body signals, I would love to have you subscribe and join me on this journey. Until next time, take care, stay curious, and keep listening to your body.